Hi there, this is Jill Lampy from TheWebgrrl Enterprises, and in this video I'm going to take you through a statistical tour of a couple of email that went out through the constant contact system for one of my clients. The email went out just over 28 hours ago, so we're looking at the early opening statistics of the people for this email. So here we are in constant contact. Now the two that we sent out were sent out yesterday. Today is January 12th. They were sent out to two different lists. Now you can see here that the total number of active contacts is 238. Now, not both of these lists did not go out to 238 people. One did, and one did not. So we're going to take a look at the two different lists, two different email outs that went, and look at the statistics in it. So first of all, we have this Arborg karate request, and this one went out to a small list, went out to a list of dojo heads, dojo instructors that Karate Manitoba has, and it didn't go out to the general membership because it was someone who had inquired with Manitoba whether there was a karate instructor who would be interested in opening a new club at a facility in Arborg. So we were sending out a message to the appropriate people to let them know about this opportunity. So let's take a look at that one first. So we go into here and take a look at the statistics. And you can see that originally 27 people were mailed. So only 27 people. And this was done at about 10:30 in the morning. We're now at 8 o'clock at night. So 27 people were mailed. And this was the first time we actually sent out to this new list. So 2 people bounced and have to be removed from the list. And because there was only 27 people on the list, that's 7% of the people was 2. No spam reports, that's always good. We had one person who opted out of the list. We had a 60% open rate, which is really good. Most lists in general I've seen are below 50%. If they're approaching 50%, that's really good. This one on its own is a very tight list of people who really should be interested in this. But what we're learning from this is how many people are connected to their email so regularly that they saw this message within 36 hours and opened it up. I would imagine that that is more indicative of how often people check their mail and less indicative of how interested they are in the content, because this is a very focused list of people who are generally interested in what needs to be said here. There are other places that you can go in the constant contact system to see exactly who opened them and when they opened them, but I'm not going to go into that because I don't want to show email addresses. So now if we go through the click-through stats, we can see that nobody clicked through on anything. And for this particular mail out, that's perfectly fine. All the information was in the email out itself. It had a email address that you could click on to be able to mail through, and I don't think that kind of thing shows up here. Other than that, it was just links to the social media links for Karate Manitoba that's normally at the bottom of any mail out that goes out. And also a link to something that was coming up that the same people, we wanted to remind them of that. So nobody clicked through, but that's okay because they got the information that they need just from opening it and reading it. This one itself wasn't sent out on the social media networks because it was specific for a very focused group, and it's really not a message that needed to get out to the general membership. So now the second message that was sent out at the same time, or shortly afterwards, was one regarding a schedule cancellation and some extra opportunities for the membership. So whereas this one was going for the dojo instructors, this was going for the students who train with the dojo instructors. So this was going for the general membership, for the general larger list. So let's go and look at those statistics. Now this one you can see that 225 people were mailed because it was sent to the general interest list. This one did get shared amongst various social media networks, including Twitter and Facebook and a couple of other Facebook profiles, including my own, because I myself am involved with this group and many of my friends are as well. So 225 people were mailed, and out of that, 4 people, 4 messages, 1.8% bounced. So that's good. The list has been cleaned up a little bit since last time. We had 30 messages bounce, I believe, in the first message out with this email list, but now we've only had 4, so that's good. No spam reports, 1 person opted out, and 38.9% of the people, the 225, opened the message. That's 86 people. And out of these 86 people, 9 clicked through, so that's just over 10%, which isn't too bad. Now, the message in particular here had a fair amount of what the user needed to know, what the reader needed to know in the message itself. The click-throughs were just extra information. So they got all the information they needed. It's good that they opened it. The fact that they clicked through meant that they were perhaps interested in some of the extra opportunities that were available, and less interested in the cancellation, more interested in what was going on. So if we look at where they click through to, there was a cancellation of an event, and an event here that was saying that this one is still on, that it's a similar event. And then there were 2 other events that were added that were member club events that weren't really sponsored by Karate Manitoba, but they were brought on the same weekend. So we decided to let people know about it. One of them was brought to us by member club Charleswood Karate, and the other one was brought to us by member club Bushido-kai Karate. So 2 of those were linked. And it looks like the one that got the most click-throughs when I actually clicked through on this was the one that was brought to us by Bushido-kai, and it was called the Winter Warrior 2012. Had a pretty cool name, and I think that encouraged people to click through. And we actually got some people who were not originally associated with this member club and were associated with a different member club who are going to check out this event by this member club because they found out about it from the Karate Manitoba social media mail out and through Facebook and things like that. So it's pretty cool to see that Karate Manitoba is helping various karate groups get together and share their love for karate, which is a large portion of what we're trying to do. So the share itself, the sharing stuff, looks like 9 people viewed the newsletter through the web. They looked at the web page version of it as opposed to reading it in their email, but nobody shared it. So that's something that we'll have to work to improve in the future. But those are some statistics there. So you can see the strong difference in the number of opens and the number of click-throughs between the 2 different messages. The first one being the message was completely in the newsletter with no real need to click through. The second one having the majority of the information available in the message in the newsletter itself, but providing extra information that they could click through, and you get some people who do click through. And again, you can see that 9 people clicked through, and it says 12 here. That just means that some people click through on multiple links instead of, because this is just unique. So there you go. This is Jill Lampe from WebGrrl Enterprises. I'm a Canadian social media and internet consultant. I can help you set up your WordPress blog, transfer from your old flat HTML site that is a little difficult to update and difficult to add new pages and new sections and certainly doesn't have a blog. I can upgrade you into WordPress. I can help you get set up on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, Yelp, Foursquare, anywhere that you need to get set up. And I can also help you with some coaching about how to connect with people online in an authentic, good way for your business that won't get you in trouble for spamming, and how to use the internet in general to improve your business without spending lots of marketing dollars. Take care.